Okay, hello. We are back with some more Skyrim. Let's jump right in, shall we? Celebrate our fools with a dive into the wild side of modding. No, we're good. Modding on the PS4 is terrible. Don't even bother. How? I think you're so habitually used to being late or using that command. You're literally the first one here. Or are you talking about me? You're talking about me, aren't you? I am running late. That's fine. How are you doing tonight, Slothy? I can't promise I won't ever do it again. Good, yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. Exceptionally grateful that the week has ended early. Don't know why the pause button just came up, or the pause menu. I am questioning Anton Varan. Killing the gourmet, but only one person has... I must get this information from... Slothy with Prime... Oh, right, they rebranded it, didn't it? Prime Gaming. They have to subscribe for 14 months. 9 minutes late, how dare ya? I know. I'm sorry, okay? Thank you for the Prime resub. I greatly appreciate that. 14 months. God, that's insane. Oh, right, we were getting our reading. Or whatever. Oh, we have space. We have lots of space. So, we are doing the Dark Brotherhood quest line, and we are about to murder the gourmet. Poor choice of words. We're not about to murder the gourmet. We have to find him.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire, and I'll send someone over.
If it's a lady you're looking for, you best
just give me your food.
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Yep. I'll take that. Take that. Sure, that too. And there we go.
Need anything else? Just let me know.
I guess technically I could buy meats from the market as well. Most of it is uncooked, though, if I remember. Excuse me.
Finest cuts. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Reading of the Holy Bible? What? What? Are you talking about the menu? Yeah. Literally everything is raw, so no.
I spend a lot of time at the market.
Okay, where am I going? Up. Locate the assassin of old. That is not where I need to do.
Also, I can.
That is something else. That is part of the prophecy that we got from the reading that we got. I don't think I've ever done that either, so I have no idea what that pertains to. Yeah, Markareth, that's what I thought. Okay.
Trade. I need more experience if I'm going to run an
I work for Bellathor at the General Goods Store.
They did a good job with, instilling a bit of, dread every time you have to go to the Rift. Constantly getting swarmed by, like, the Forsworn or animals. Oh, no, we already had the reading. That was the end of last stream. More like seeing a psychic. That kind of reading. We visited a seer after finishing the last quest that we did, whatever that was. What was that? I'm curious. Oh yeah, Cure for Madness. That's what it was. I mean, we could read from whatever book you consider is the Holy Bible in Skyrim. if you really want. Let's get some food in our bellies. There we go. I am not getting the Sealer of Souls going. There we go.
Need a
Yes, I do.
Where do you want to go?
I want to go to Markarth, please.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Alright, let's get out of
It's
here.
getting downright hot now.
Oh, my character's tail was wagging there. So, Slothy, I noticed that, your streams have been slowing down. Are you taking a break? The tail goes through everything. We're tired and chilly, of course. Oh, you are taking a break, okay. Well, I guess the bright side to that is that means I'm not missing them all the time. Because you haven't been streaming. Yeah, I'm guessing things are really busy. I know the pandemic's kind of ramping up again. It is in Canada here anyways, I don't know about the States. Wait, am I going to the keep? I guess I am, okay. Food in the belly.
Ah, Vindred on fine. Stored in the keep.
Don't bother with that.
Okay. Yeah, school is a pain. Oh, school, yeah, fair enough. Got a big project coming up. Oh, those are always fun.
Citizen,
Wait,
You'd
who
think
are
an
you?
apprentice could forge a few hinges, not Tacitus.
Oh, okay. You're the
Let me guess. Someone stole your
master of the armor by the mine. Oh, and he's in bed too. Get ready for murder.
Yes, yes, for the 100th time. I am a Breton. I was born in High Rock, and then I came here. I am not a Richman.
Ah, yes, High Rock, home of exquisite Breton cuisine.
Who are you? What do you want?
The gourmet. Who is he? Where is he?
The gourmet? Never. I don't know what led you here, but nothing will betray my trust. I'll take the secret of the gourmet's identity to my grave.
For the Dark Brotherhood, that can be easily arranged.
The Dark Brotherhood? Now, wait a minute. Let's not get hasty. I mean, surely my friend wouldn't want me to endanger my own life, right? Look, his name is Balagog Gronolobe. He's an orc. The gourmet's an orc. He's staying at the Nightgate Inn. That's all I know. Now you'll let me go, right?
Well, I mean, we're part of the Dark Brotherhood. We might as well be as cruel as humanly possible because that's what this is supposed to be. I'm afraid not. Loose ends and all that.
No. Oh, please, no.
And away we go. Oh, we don't want to go in beast form. Excuse me. Run! Run, you silly cat, run!
Never should have come here. I've had enough of you.
Oh god, how many guards are gonna be out here? Every time I come to Markarth in any playthrough, I always manage to get myself a bounty. Every time. It never fails. Get out! Get out! Run away! Shadowmere!
You have committed
No!
crimes against Scott.
Run away! Not in the rock! Get out of the rock! Alright, well, this sucks. If I had gotten away without a bounty, I would have been able to take the, Oh, we're gonna get shot by an arrow, aren't we? Whoa, what is this? Oh, it's the Khajiit caravans, okay. Alright, I think we're safe. For now. Sorry, let me catch up real quick. Lowest grade is a B. Though, so I'm doing good with it. Oh, okay. You're doing well. No, kill him. Oh, I was gonna kill him. It's Dark Brotherhood. You know, loose ends and all that. What is B's form? Werewolf. I got that from the companions. Brenda, how familiar are you with Canadian TV shows? There's two I wanted to ask about. God. It depends on what they are. Not that familiar. We are absolutely drowned in American television, so a lot of Canadian TV kind of gets lost in the mix. I know a few things about a couple of shows, but I'm no expert by any means. But feel free to ask your questions. I might luck out and know what you're talking about. By the way, hi, Petito. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Forsworn. We're just gonna ignore it all. Screw it. See, I don't mind riding Shadowmere because Shadowmere didn't cost me anything. Plus, if it dies, I can just go back to the Sanctuary and out pop a new Shadowmere, so. Well, I know you don't know about Degrassi. That is true. I know. How am I hungry? My stamina bar isn't impacted. Oh, apparently it is. Alright, well, whatever. You can starve. Wait. Really? Oh. I can't tell. Oh. Hi, Headless Ghost. Bye. Yeah, that's right. We did have that conversation before. One is Heartland and the other is Mr. D. Mr. D, is that the comedian who's supposed to be a teacher? I forget what he teaches, and I even forget, like, what level he teaches at. I think it's, like, high school or something. Heartland is the show about the family on the ranch, right? And their horses. That show's been going on for a while now. I think it's like 9 or 10 seasons or something ridiculous. Yes, it's just me trying to go.
Ha! Found you.
How did you miss? Like, you legit missed me. Like, completely. Where am I going? Night Gate in. Alright, so I guess we're gonna head towards Whiterun. We're gonna travel, fast travel up to Windhelm, and then we'll walk to Night Gate in from there. ESO is halfway done downloading. Nice! I didn't even know you were interested in that game, to be honest, Salty. Giving it a shot because it's on sale? Yeah, fair enough. So, Betito, did you actually have a question about those shows, or were you just wondering if I watched them? I was gonna sleep, but screw it. I can just run away from everybody on the horse. Apparently it's tanky as balls, so I don't have to worry about it dying anytime soon. Plus, it only needs to survive long enough to get me to Whiterun, so... My mom was watching Heartland, and I thought how corny this family was. I was living with somebody who was sort of into the show, not hardcore, but watched it on occasion, so I have seen a couple of episodes. I think corny's a good word for it, yeah. Very... What's the word for it? I don't know. I imagine back when Little House on the Prairie was a thing, I imagine it's the same type of show as that in its heyday. Oh, that was cool. Like, one of those shows that's supposed to, like, have, like, a moral lesson by the end of it, you know? Fun for the family. That kind of thing. I want to see Mr. D because I saw a few clips and thought it was good, but I can't find it in the US. Oh. Okay, hold on. I need to see if it's what I think it is. We're going to take a small break here for a sec, guys. Mr. D. Season 7 is not available on American Netflix, but you can unlock it right now in the USA and start watching. What? Mr. D is a charming, underqualified teacher trying to fake his way through a teaching job, just like he often fakes his way through life. Alienate students, never read an essay, and talk at length about menstruation. That's teaching the Mr. D way. Yeah, okay, this is the show I thought it was. I have not seen it, but I hear that this is really good. And it is a comedian. I recognize this guy. Don't know why, but... Why did it specify Season 7 is not available on American Netflix? That's weird. Oh well, I'll have to check my streaming services and see what's available when I'm done. Um, take his balls? Yeah. Balls are a weak point. Not if you've got balls of steel, Slothy. That was so lame, I don't even care.
You there!
No, no merriment. Oh, you're not merriment. You're people trying to kill me. They're like vampires dressed up as vigilants or something. Or it's bandits dressed up as Imperial, Legion. That's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, Betito, from what I've heard, obviously I haven't watched it, but from what I've heard, if you do manage to find yourself a way to watch that show, Mr. D, apparently it's hilarious. And actually, I'm glad you brought that up because it's one of those shows that was on my list and then I forgot that I had a list. So, posted a clip on Discord. Okay, I'll check that out after. I mean, I'm about 90% sure it's what I think it is based on the synopsis I read in the images that I saw on Google, but... That arrow is really bothering me. Like, I want... Actually, you know what? Maybe I can. Maybe just leaving. Hey, that actually worked! Nice! You know what? We're gonna save.
Hate archers. Oh, quit your belly.
Who cares if you got shot by an arrow? Shrug it off. Could you imagine? God, my ink moves around quickly. So, Slothy, have you played ESO before? The horse took an arrow to the body. Yes. Yes. Well... No, I probably did. I didn't look that closely. I didn't want to look that closely. Would you say that's better or worse than the knee? Alright. As fun as it is riding down the countryside with you, Shadowmare, this is faster.
Need a ride?
Yes, I do.
Where do you want to go?
I went home. There we are.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Get up there.
Get up there. You have not played it? Oh, okay. Well, hopefully you enjoy it. There's quite a number of differences, obviously, between Skyrim and ESO, but there's enough similarities there that you should be able to acclimate to it pretty quick. Actually, you know what? We'll just sleep at the freaking gate. Yeah. Ah, yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, it's a freaking blizzard. How am I not freezing right now? Oh, right. Okay, there we go. Food. There we go. This poor orc. All he wants to do is cook and bring merriment and joy to people. And he wants to hide because... Actually, you know what? I'm not sure why. Maybe he's just shy. Crap, I should have slept. I got blurry eye going on right now. Oh, hello? Why didn't I take the horse? I don't know if it came with me, actually. Is anybody's door open? Nope. Nope. Ah, well, we're not that far. You know, it's hard to believe I've been playing this for like over 2 months. It's even harder to believe it would have taken me longer if I hadn't done my 24-hour stream with Skyrim. Like, if I'm remembering what is left correctly and I do finish tonight, we'll be starting a new game on Sunday, and that's just weird to me. Because it's been so long. Okay, let's chat around.
What? Nahest!
You can do it! I believe in you! Here, let's... I believe in you, but not enough to wait. I'm freezing my buns off here. Well, crap. Alright, that's fine. It's fine. There. Yeah, I can take that. And that's all I need. Are you thinking about doing it? No, God, no. If I start flirting with the ideas of doing like a charity stream, or my next anniversary rolls around, I might consider it. It's not something I want to do just for the sake of doing. I don't really want to put myself through that unnecessarily. Oh, okay. death if we don't get there soon. Okay. What? Nakest! Oh, we need to thaw. Okay, well, we lost our drummer lord. That's fine, because we're about to enter civilization here. Oh, he's a cool boy. Okay. I don't have to be afraid anymore. We're like right there. Actually. There. Yay! Now we can warm up. So, the real question I have for you, Betito, is, since you've seen some Heartland, are you intrigued enough to keep watching it? I feel like it's one of those shows where it starts, it's like, I feel like it would have like a relatively normal story arc for the first season, but that's all they would have planned. So every season that comes out after that would just get a little crazier than the one before it. I remember I was seeing somebody a while back. I don't know if you guys have heard this show, Desperate Housewives. She was very heavily into it, and I was just like, okay, fine, let's watch this. Whatever. And it's not a terrible show, but every season, like, I mean, even the first season was very dramatic, but after that, it just got crazier and crazier and crazier, and by, like, the 7th season or whatever, I don't remember how many there are, it's just like, what is going on with this show? I feel like Heartland has that, too. But with good, wholesome family values, of course. Okay, I don't know if the gourmet is going to put up a fight, so let's try to get some
Need a
sleep.
room?
Yes.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thanks. What food you
Take
got?
a look.
Oh, look at you with all the meats.
I'll show you to your room.
Oh, yeah, actually,
Right this way.
I don't remember which room is mine here. Is it the far one? It's the far one. Okay. This should at least get rid of blurry eye.
Let me know
There we
if
go.
there's anything else you need.
Alright, we're gonna hard save. Then we're gonna go down there. And see if we can provoke this guy into attacking us. I just realized I'm basically... Oh, God. I don't tend to watch shows that look like it's from the Hallmark Channel. Fair enough. You've seen South Park, right? It was an earlier episode, like one from the earlier seasons. I don't remember what his name is, though. The hunter. And his sidekick is somebody who lost his voice, so he had to use one of those machines to emulate a voice. And basically their method of hunting was they would bring out shotguns to wherever, and then they would yell out, "Look out, it's coming right for us!" And then they would shoot it, and it was like a bunny or something. Jimbo and Ned, thank you. I thought it was Jimbo, but I wasn't sure. I would not have remembered Ned, though. That's kind of like what we do here. We have the intention of going to kill a target, so we go up to the target and we provoke them into attacking us, and then we don't get a bounty because we didn't get attacked. He was coming right for us. All right.
Whatever it is, I'm sure I can't be of help. I'm just here on holiday.
Soon the Emperor will die, murdered by the gourmet.
What? The Emperor? But Oh, by the gods. No, you can't do this. You can't.
Now the question is he going to attack? Or is he gonna run? He's probably gonna run. Yeah.
Whoosh!
Oh. I evaporated him. Well, dang. I evaporated him by shouting at him, but not enough to warrant all of his stuff going away. By order of His Eminence, Emperor Titus Me II, the possessor of this writ of passage, known throughout the Empire as the celebrated chef and author The Gourmet, is granted full and unrestricted access to any areas, information, or supplies necessary to fulfill the duty of the Emperor's personal cook. Bam. I'll take your gold too, because you won't need it. Why are you still highlighted here? Put your hands down. Oh no! I can't... Guys, I have to drag his body into a hiding place. Apparently an ash pile isn't enough. I mean, you got the job done. Oh my god. Apparently ash isn't considered hiding the body. You killed that guy just for an invitation? Then that was overkill. It was not an invitation per se. It was to give us unrestricted access to everything we need that gets us access to the Emperor. Like, this lets us roam around freely if we impersonate him. So it's like a VIP badge. Apparently Canadians look weird according to South Park. How dare you? Us Canadians cannot help the fact that the top of our heads are not attached to the rest of our heads. Well, I guess I have to reload because I can't actually drag this. It's an ash pile. Like, it's just stuck there. I don't know where I would put it anyways. Bethesda, why don't you take into account the fact that you can evaporate people? Incinerate, disintegrate, whatever synonym you want to use.
Whatever it is, I'm sure I can't be of help. I'm just here on holiday.
We're gonna choose the other option, see what he says. You served your last meal, gourmet.
Gourmet? Why, Oh dear. You're going to kill me now, aren't you?
There we go. Oh, I guess we gotta loot it. Yeah, okay, still looks the same. Alright. Oh, please don't tell me it's stuck. Okay, thank God. Is this open? It is not. There we go. Alright, come here, buddy. Oh, we still have it. Okay. No, now we lost it. Alright, Gourmet, up you go. Come on. Up you go. Please? Do I have telekinesis? No, I don't. Am I seriously incapable of carrying a body higher than a foot off the ground? Okay. Let's try something different. That won't work either. Alright. It's fine. I know how I normally have done this, so we're gonna let him run. We'll fireball him outside, and then we'll throw him in the lake.
Whatever it is, I'm sure I can.
This one was faster.
May. Why, oh dear. You're going to kill me now, aren't you?
Alright. Go that way. There you go. No, you're not supposed to stop. Come on, keep going. Wow, you are really weak. No! Should I just give this up? You know what? This is hidden. Yeah, completed. Alright, screw it. That's not hidden at all, but okay, I'll take it. He literally runs to the hiding spot. Wow. I'm gonna go back to bed now. I completed my chores for the evening. Oh my god, that was so lame. Alright. Oh, I dislike it when the game glitches itself like this. 6, 7, 8, 9. So every once in a while, sometimes when you wake up, you'll have two different statuses. One for being refreshed, and then one for not being refreshed. Like the game thought you were waiting or something. Oh, and I gotta re-rent it. And of course, the one that takes away from your magic is always the one that takes precedence.
It's yours for a day.
Alright, bye.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Okay, let's try this again.
Let me
There
know
we go.
if there's anything else you need.
Nah, I'm good. No, I don't want to eat a book. That'd be weird. There we go. Well fed. Okay. I feel like I made that more difficult for myself than necessary, but it's not like I tried to. Alright. Let's get torches going. Yeah, so normally, sometimes, usually when you come across him during the day, he'll be standing here. You just kill him standing on this pier. I guess it's not a pier. This is way too small a body of water to have a boat. And then you just throw him in the water, and you're good to go. Unless, of course, you turn him to ash like I did the first time, in which case, then you're done. What? Nakast! Alright, let's head back to Falkreath. Head over to the sanctuary. And get our chef's hat, I guess. I don't care. What? Nakast! Still managed to do a little damage to myself there. Oops.
Strangers are always trouble.
Random thing to say to a stranger, but okay. Maybe that was the point. He was telling me to go away. In which case I say rude. What?
We're here to teach you a lesson.
This'll teach you not to lie.
Oh. I thought you were just random people, but alright, you wanna go? Let's go. Literally beat you with one hand. Alright, who are you? Here is the agreed upon amount. I expect you to faithfully carry out my request to teach a lesson to the thief Tang. You need not kill him, but I have no qualms about it if you deem it necessary. Penitus Oculus Agent. A random unnamed NPC decided that because I took the note, which was a quest objective, that I needed to be taught a lesson. Wow, that's just weird. This game. Oh my god. What was that for? Oh god. Potato. Alright, that was a good one. That's so wrong. Oops. I didn't actually mean to do that, but whatever. Alright, you need to go away now.
Need a ride? Where
Please.
do you want to go?
Falkreath, please.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
I've never understood why Falkreath does not have
Nice weather for a ride. Hope it
a
lasts.
spot for a horse and carriage. Like, there's enough space there. You can easily make space. It's in the southern part of the province, which is nice and, you know, thawed. It's not frozen or snowy in any way. Oh, hi, Shadowbear. Fine.
One of the guards said he saw a mage appear out of thin air. Claimed
Oh.
he was one of those Sijic monks.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Yep, that's why I'm here.
Welcome to Dead Man's
Handsome
Drink.
man in full-
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Wow, your food was kind of terrible. Give me a
Sure
room,
thing.
please.
It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Nah, I'm good. Alright. More food. There we go.
Falkreath was once full of wanderers and warriors like yourself. Those were better days.
I wouldn't really call myself a warrior, friend, but thank you.
Skyrim's history of war is well documented here in Falkreath's graveyard.
Alright, let's go. Alright. You get to chill with the dead hunter. Did I seriously not take the writ of passage? Oh, guys. Oh, the face bombs are real. Oh, God, now we gotta go and do this again. Why am I so silly? Alright. We're back again. I'm sorry I have to keep killing
Whatever
you.
it is, gourmet. Why, oh dear. You're going to kill me now, aren't you?
Alright. Go, we're into the hiding spot. Yep, there we go. Get into the wall. Come on. Come on. Did I, like, embed you into the wall or something? Is that what's happening right now? There we go. Okay. Report back to Festus Crex. I remember it saying that, though. Why did it not? I must be losing my mind. Okay, well, at least we got our day back. Do you have food now?
Room? Let's sate that appetite, hmm?
No. Your food is still terrible. That's fine.
Just holler.
Alright, well, now we get to run through here again. I wonder if that means we get to beat up on those thugs again. What? Oh, the silliness is real. What? What? Some spark there. What? What's fascinating about the Whirlwind Sprint shout is that it actually does drain some of your stamina. Even if you have no stamina when you fire it off, it'll still work. Yeah, okay. Here they come. Should I be needing that too?
We're here to teach you a lesson.
No, you're not.
Another fight.
Oh, hey, Shadowman. Okay, they're dead. Or not chasing me anymore.
Need a ride? I can take... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Okay, still says... Oop, there we go.
Better bundle up. This may keep up for a while.
It's okay, I'm Canadian. I'll survive. Oh.
What do you need?
I need to be in here.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat.
Sure spoon.
Welcome to Dead. Take a look.
How do you have nothing?
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room.
Must be the way saves work. Okay, we're gonna do 6 hours.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Alright, still says it? Okay, good. Thank God I did that hard save before killing him.
Some.
Otherwise I would have had to run all the way back up there just to get the writ of passage. All the way back down again.
What business do college mages have in a place like Sarthon anyway?
Oh.
It's a place for Nord dead. Weird experiments.
Finally! Real tangible progress. Alright, let's see what they have to say.
Brother?
Oh, great. Apparently I don't care about you right now.
There you are. Look, I just wanted to say thanks for coming to find me back in Dawnstar. Crazy Jester finally met his match, am I right?
By Sithis, you slew everyone. Well, except for the one you kept alive to serve as a witness.
So, the prodigal murderer returned.
Bounds.
And the gourmet?
Dead.
So I gathered. It seems a certain orc has disappeared, which means you not only killed the gourmet, but disposed of the body as well. Oh, you've got the writ of passage too, I see. Splendid. Splendid. Ah, and word has come in from Markarth that the keep's cook has met an untimely demise. You performed your duties to the letter.
You were expecting any less from the listener.
I was wrong about you. I see that now. Maybe we all were. Here's your payment, and a little something else as well, from me. Consider it my way of apologizing for being so damn curmudgeonly. It's called the Night Weaver's Band. I wore this for years. I want you to have it now. It'll give your magic and sneakiness some much-needed oomph. Now, you'd better get a move on and see Astrid. It's time. Time for the final stage of this grand and glorious operation.
Why are you so obnoxiously loud, Spider? Dear Lord. Alright, let's take a look at this thing. Alright, my current ring is a ring of replenishing. Regenerates 60% faster. Stink is 10%, destruction... No, that's terrible. I'm not wearing that.
I serve Astrid in this sanctuary. Life is simple and good.
So it's done. You've killed the gourmet. And now, Titus Mead II is as good as dead.
So it's time. We're ready to assassinate the Emperor?
Oh, yes. And I've decided you will have the honor.
I won't disappoint you, Astrid, or the Dark Brotherhood.
Oh, I have the utmost faith in your success, believe me. So let's begin. Go now to Castle Dower in Solitude. Present the gourmet's writ of passage to the officer in charge, Commander Marrow. I'm sure you remember him. You'll gain unrestricted access to the kitchens, and then the Emperor. You're posing as a chef, so you'll be able to poison his meal rather easily.
Which poison should I use?
Here, take this. It's called Jarren root. All it takes is one taste, and the effects are quite immediate. The Emperor will be serving Sithis before he even knows he's dead. Once Mead has been killed, escape through the upper door and across the bridge. I've arranged for it to be unguarded once the alarm is sounded. Now go, my friend. Go and fulfill your destiny as listener.
Anything else before I set off?
It took all the favors, bribes, and blackmails I could muster, but I've secured your exit out of the keep. Just follow my instructions, and the Dark Brotherhood will be back on top. All thanks to you, listener. Until next time, brother.
Yeah, that didn't seem dripping with contempt. Alright, I'm gonna quick save. I want to see something real quick. Apparently this is the only one of its kind in the game as a whole. Yep. That's what I thought. Instant death. Oh, God. I just had to. Alright, so we're heading to Solitude, right? Wow. Either in it or adjacent to it. Alright. So we're gonna go to Windhelm this time. Because that's a little further. And we're just gonna fast travel there using the carriage. Sure is quiet tonight. I think Skyrim's run its course. Which is weird, because I'm pretty sure everywhere else on Twitch people love Skyrim. I think it's the fact that it's unmodded, that's probably why. Well, it's part of the reason why, anyway. Or it's just a not busy night. It is the Thursday before Easter, right? Or Good Friday, sorry. I'm still having fun with this game. That's all that matters. And hey, you're here to keep me company too. I think Slothy took off, but that's okay too. 4-day weekend. For you, maybe. You guys get Easter Monday off? Oh, you are still here. Yeah, if you say this one guy's name, you get removed off Twitch. I don't know what that means. Oh, we gotta work. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. So, 3-day weekend then. Unless you're a teacher or a postman. Why did something sound like it was just conjured? Who are you? You know what? I'm over it. Let's go down. Oh no! Shadowmere, I might end up abandoning you. Nah, you're fine. It was almost like, you know, riding a boat. I work in property management and it's the beginning of the month. Not even a 3-day weekend. I just get my usual Sunday off. Oh, that... Wait. So you don't get Good Friday off? Like tomorrow? So is Good Friday a stat holiday for Americans? Because you're not the first person to say that they were basically working tomorrow. Heck no, people gotta pay their rent. No, I know, but like Good Friday and Easter Sunday are holidays here. And I'm assuming nationally across Canada. And if you're a high school student or a postman or a teacher, you also get Easter Monday off. Although not necessarily paid. It depends on... Well, I mean, I guess generally if you do have it off, you're probably getting paid for it too. It's fascinating. Because I feel like Good Friday and Easter Sunday would be, like, almost top tier with, like, Christmas and New Year's for stat holidays, you know what I mean? Like, I would assume that if any holidays were going to be holidays, that would be a very, like, close second. For a Christian nation that we claim to be, some jobs are still on this weekend. Yeah, that's fascinating. Like, even some of the jobs, like, there's a lot of, like, convenience stores and such that are still open. But major retailers, normal businesses, stuff like that, they're closed. Like, I imagine if I had gone... Oh, it's not. If I had gone to the LCBO today, it probably would have been extremely chaotic because it's probably closed tomorrow. Oh, right. The LCBO is the Ontario, the provincially run liquor store, basically. And I imagine it's similar in the States. When the O closes down for a day, people go bananas and make sure they get their booze. So it's chaotic usually the day before. It's kind of funny. But yeah, like you were saying, for a Christian nation, like I would assume that Easter would be more coveted than that. Like, I guess you would have Easter Sunday off. Either way. But, I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling. Alright, quick save.
Need a ride?
Yes, please.
Where do you want to go?
Where do I want to go? I want to go to Solitude.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Oh, steady.
I like that map. I honestly wish that the map that we use in-game was this map. And not that weird satellite view version of the province. Like, this is weird. Give me the paper map like what was in Oblivion. But I digress. Liquor stores are government owned in Canada. Thank goodness it's not like that in Texas. Why? If anything, it helps keep the price down. I mean, I guess the only thing that's terrible about it is the fact that it's definitively closed on stat holidays. But, doesn't really pose as much of a problem otherwise. Oh, look, it's Mirak. And that dragon, I don't remember what his name was. Solkanir or something like that. Savakanir. I don't remember. Oh, and it's not across Canada, by the way. It's just, in my province. Like, I don't think Quebec, for example, has their, whatever their liquor stores are, owned by the government. I think there might be privately run, but I'm not sure. Like, it's going to differ from province to province. In some U.S. states, liquor is more expensive if the store is government owned versus private. Yeah, I don't remember when it was bought out. I don't remember the prices. If I was buying liquor before it was government owned, I don't remember any of that at all, to be honest. So, the prices don't seem too outrageous to me. So, it seems about what I would expect. So I don't particularly care. If anything, I actually don't mind the fact that it's government owned, because that means the people there that work there actually get a decent wage. Which I'm all for.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keep me fed, and my work days are done.
Screw it. Let's just go up there and get this done.
I've got a little word.
I don't care, Jerry.
The Emperor's cousin killed. Right here in Solitude. I feel nothing but shame.
Aww. Yeah, you probably should, actually.
With Imperial Legion, and you know what? I'm still nervous. Lazy and useless, the lot of them. They can't even keep the Stormcloaks in line. No way I trust them with the Emperor's life. You worry too much. The Emperor's never been safer. You think assassination attempts are planned overnight? We discovered the plot. End of threat. I suppose. But what about the old man? Son killed, family name ruined, and he acts as if nothing even happened. Think he's even fit for duty? I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Commander Morrow is the best the Penitus Oculatus has ever produced. You should be half the man he is. You misunderstand, it's just... I feel for him is all. To carry a weight like that, it's got to take its toll. That happened to me, I'd be a wreck.
That's fair.
Move along, citizen.
Uh-huh.
For a dragon to attack Kyne's Grove. Why? Why there? There's no place safe.
Oh. Oh, I'm going over here. Okay.
Stop right there. Tower is off limits until further notice. What's this now? Order of His Eminence, possessor of these papers. The Gourmet. By Azra. The Gourmet? I'm sorry. I didn't realize. We had no idea who to expect. You understand. You're not dressed as I would have suspected. But please, don't let me keep you. Proceed to the kitchen straight away. Gianna, the castle chef, has been eagerly awaiting your arrival.
Yay! It's too bad you couldn't pull chef's clothes from the Gourmet himself so that you could still look the part. Because chef's clothing is not actually that easy to come by. Maybe the remnant, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called now. Radiant Raiment. That's what it's called. They might sell chef's clothing, I guess. Oh well. There's a great liquor store chain that also sells gourmet foods and is very fancy. The prices are very low as well in Texas. That sounds awesome. But from what I understand, because there's... I've been told that because everything is state regulated as opposed to federally regulated, which I assume would be the same here in Canada too. Prices for one particular bottle of whiskey, for example, could be radically different from state to state. I'm pretty sure it was Unspoken that was telling me about how some of the Jack Daniels, maybe. I don't remember. One of the whiskeys that he drank or used to drink or something is not that inexpensive. Like it's a lot more expensive than one would think in Alabama versus other places he's visited. It seems to be a lot less expensive. It's very bizarre. Like, I understand that there'd be price differences, but it seems like radically different from what I've heard. Hi there.
On another delivery. I told you people our stocks are fine. Now put whatever you have over there, then get out.
You misunderstand, for I am the Gourmet.
The Gourmet? Oh, finally. When I heard the Gourmet was being brought in to cook for the Emperor, I could hardly believe it. It's just...
Yes?
Oh, well, it's just... I never imagined the Gourmet was a Khajiit. You know, because of all the fur and the potential for getting hair in the...
Silence! I am ready to prepare the grand feast!
Oh, well, actually, you're not. Wearing a chef's hat, I mean. There's one right over there on the shelf. You can't very well cook without it.
Well, alright, at least we get a chef's hat here. Chef's hat. Why do you only have chef's hat here? Why can I not get an apron? Alright, fine, whatever. And now I am missing my clothes. I don't have any clothes to wear because I can't wear a hat with my robes. In all of his splendor. This is so much better. Alright, well, you wanted this.
Oh, just look at you. Absolutely brilliant. Now you're just as I imagined.
Oh, I doubt that highly, but okay. Enough! The Gourmet is here to cook, not talk. Let us begin.
Oh, yes, but of course. The Emperor has requested your signature dish, the potage le magnifique. I've taken the liberty of getting it started. But the cookbook only says so much, and everyone makes the potage differently. I would be honored if we could make it the Gourmet special way. The base broth is already boiled. We can get started right now. So, Which ingredient should I add next?
A sweet roll!
Ooh, how decadent. I never would have guessed it. What next?
Alright, let's not be too wildly weird with it. You must now add a splash of mead.
Ah, of course. I suspected as much.
One Nern root. We're not dipping people's toes in there.
Really? Oh, I use nin root as a special seasoning all the time as well. What a wonderful idea.
Oh, we're just...
Okay, now what?
Hitting it off here, aren't we? You must add a septum.
A septum? As in a gold coin? Really? Ah, I see now. That would give the potage le magnifique a slightly metallic but delicious aftertaste. Simply brilliant.
Yeah, that's me.
I have to say, the stew seems done. Add anything else and we may dilute the distinct flavors. So, is that it?
What happens, I wonder, if I were to do that? But we're not going to, because I want to wrap this up. Here, take this.
Oh? What is this? Some kind of herb? Are you sure? The potage tastes perfect as it is. Any other ingredient might...
Now, Gianna. Who's the gourmet here?
I'm sorry. Of course, it's your most famous recipe, after all. All right, then. Your secret ingredient's been added. And if I may say so, it has been an honor getting a chance to prepare a meal with, well, the best chef in the entire empire. I'll carry the stew pot and lead the way up to the dining room. I'm sure the Emperor and his guests are dying to meet you.
I'm sure they are too. Alright, let's get some clothes back on, because it's cold in here. Even with the burning hot coals there. Do I have everything? I am missing my circlet! We are definitely keeping the chef's hat, though. Laws are ridiculous from state to state. Texas grocery and convenience stores can only sell beer and wine. Yeah, that's about the same here. Convenience stores can't even really sell that. Louisiana sells liquor in their stores. Yeah. You're fulfilling her desires, Panda. Yeah, apparently. I'm just the way she dreamed of. Come on, carry on. Can you walk faster? Please. There we go. Maybe not.
But aren't you even the least bit nervous after everything that's happened?
You mean the wedding? My cousin's apparent murder? An unfortunate misunderstanding. No more. Cold mead, hot tempers. These things happen.
Quite. Yet that recent business with the young officer, Nara, was it?
Here we are.
Dreadful.
Gods, I'm nervous.
Son of your
We'll go in just a moment. Please, I'll serve. You just stand there and be amazing.
Turn of events that, but an isolated incident. And I have been assured that the fault was with the man's son alone.
See? That's exactly what I was saying. It's kind of dumb. Well, of course they're going to reassure him that it was just the son, but they're going to step up security.
Truth is, we are in no danger whatsoever. Killing an emperor can be useful, but befriending one, now that's beneficial, as I'm sure you'd all agree. Aha! Here we are, honored guests. I present to you the gourmet. Ah, the potage le magnifique. So delicious. My friends, as emperor, I of course reserve the right of first taste. Oh, how marvelous. Just delicious. It is everything I had hoped it would be.
Let's make sure. We do not have that equipped. Or that. What was I I have. That was weird.
I think something's wrong.
Help! Someone's
What?
being attacked!
No,
Found you.
no, you don't understand. There's been some kind of mistake.
Oh, the poor chef. I know what's gonna happen. Let's get you going.
That man was, by far, the most insufferable decoy the Emperor has ever employed. I'm glad he's dead. But I'm even happier that you killed him. You, an assassin for the Dark Brotherhood, just made an attempt on the Emperor's life. Would have succeeded had it been the real man. Surprised? So was I when a member of your family came to me with a plan. We worked out a deal, you see. An exchange. I get you, and the Dark Brotherhood gets to continue its existence. But you know what? I've changed my mind. How about this? I kill you, and butcher each and every one of your miserable little friends. Your sanctuary's being put to the sword right now. That's what I think of this deal. You killed my son. All of you. And now you'll pay the price. Kill him. Make sure there's nothing left to bury.
Did you hear something?
Let me out!
Yeah! Yeah!
You have committed crimes.
No, no, I haven't. Oh God, do I have a bounty here? No, oh, there it is, 1,500. Only 1,500. Ow. I would assume that the Emperor's life was worth more than 1,500, but okay. Run! Oh God, they're just coming out of the woods. Stop talking to me! I need to see something. Am I able to talk to you? No! Oh, I am not. Return to the sanctuary. Okay. Okay. Are you coming? They're attacking my horse!
No weapons, come quiet. You have committed crime.
Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna do it here. Where's the other body? There it is. Alright. No! So last night doing this, I'm enjoying it. Alright, friends, let's go. I wonder if the horse will attack me as a werewolf. It's still kicking? Oops. I wonder if we survived the hand slap there. Oops. I think I killed the carriage driver. No, I got an arrow in the knee. My God. I don't think the horse can die. Oh, well. There we go. Alright, let's go. Oh god, it's gonna do that weird zoom in thing again, isn't it? At least we ate enough hearts for this to last a while. I love the way he jaunts around like this. It looks like he's tiptoeing as he runs. Ah, here we go. This is what I was hoping to avoid. There. Slothy, if you're still around, this is the closest to mindless slaughter you're gonna get. And now I'm chasing a headless ghost. Oh, okay. No, not anymore. Lame. Apparently you can't slap around a ghost. You can almost run me off, though. That was weird. should have slept. I'm gonna have to go to Falkreath. I don't remember how much we have to fight there. We might not have to fight at all, actually. I'm pretty sure that once they do what they do, they take off, and all that's left is, well, all that's left. Why is the Headless Horseman racing me right now? Dude, just go. I don't care. Just get out of the way. I can't believe nothing else has tried to attack me. Just this ghost keeps getting in the way. I'm gonna run out of werewolf power soon. It's turning around like it's waiting for me. That is really, really weird. Ow. Alright, you wanna go? Alright. Just let me go. So, I made an attempt on the Emperor's life. They acknowledged that, you know, that was a bad thing, and tried to kill me over it. And they only put a 15 gold bounty on my head as a result. I've got almost 50,000 gold. I could easily just pay that off and just go about my business. I feel this is a flawed system.
All right, hand over your... Don't you walk.
What are you doing trying to rob a werewolf, you weirdo? Now you don't have a heart.
Hate archers.
He says while being in our... Oh, okay. Alright. That's an insta-kill. Alright, well, that added some time. Oh, can we get the elk? No, we're not gonna get the elk. Definitely not going for the elk. Oh, I'm freezing. That's why my stamina bar is growing slowly. Mountains are glitching off in the background. That's awesome. Thanks, Bethesda. Now it's growing fast. I don't know. Okay. The path is this way somewhere. Oh, yeah, here's the mill. Okay, so it should be just over here. Am I losing my mind? I intentionally kept my eye out for the road and I still somehow managed to miss it. Oh, maybe I didn't go far enough, I guess. I don't know. Okay, yeah, here's the road. Okay, I didn't make it over far enough. Oh, hello. Alright, they're still here apparently.
finish this!
Yes, it is. I don't even know where the body went. Ooh, you can actually make... Oh, no, you can't. I remember being weirded out a little bit the first time I saw everything here, because this right here, that is a lot of frickin' arrows for one guy. He isn't even attacking. Well, he might have been testing a spell. I think that's the mage, whatever his name was. Festus, or whatever. Alright, let's see if I can actually do this as a werewolf. There's still more? Oh, I'm on fire. Alright, we're gonna thaw it a little here. That sound is really annoying. What are they doing? Still chilly. Oh my god. Oh, there's a gem of Berinzia there. Berinzia, whatever her name is. Alright, good enough. Let's go. That looks like the Argonian assassin, for some reason missing his clothing. Oh! The werewolves! We're teaming up! Oh. Oh, thanks for the save. Well, alright. That is Gabriella.
If I am to die today, so be it. But you'll not stop.
Alright, oh, you're down here now. Ooh, you took a lot of damage. Oof.
So you are alive. I was starting to wonder.
The Emperor, it was all a trap. Someone set us up.
Considering most of us are now dead, I assumed as much. And before you ask, no, I don't think it was you. Well, maybe I did. You saving my sorry hide just now sort of erased any doubts. So, thanks.
We need to get out of here.
Got that right. Only a matter of time before we're roasted alive. Come on.
Escape the sanctuary. Not that way.
Listener, I am your only salvation. Come, embrace me.
I'm not gonna fit. I can literally just leave. Why do I need to talk to you?
That's what she said.
Way out of here.
I can't. I literally can't fit. So I can't do it. Oh god, that's too funny. Oh, that's what. Okay. I was wondering what I said. Alright. As usual, you're keeping me on my toes here, Potato. Alright, that wasn't enough. It still wasn't enough. I guess I had a lot of time built up. There we go. Alright. Let's be wary inside the coffin. Ah, we got blurry eye going on again.
I'm going as fast as I can, you stupid she-devil. I don't see you helping.
I'm not exactly built for manual labor. Now come on, you've almost got it.
One more pull. There.
Can you get it open?
I think so. Just hold on a moment.
You must speak with Astrid. Here in the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. It's all right. You've been through a lot. Maybe you should just sit down for a bit.
I'm fine, but the Night Mother has another task for me. Let's go!
Oh, well in that case, lead on. I'm right behind you.
Well, there's a lot less fire, that's good. I can't see that well. Ah, here we go. That's a lot of blood. Oh, hi there.
Thanks, Sithis.
Astrid.
Shh. Please. There is much I have to say, and not much time. I'm sorry. So very sorry. The Penitus Oculatus. Marrow. He said that by giving you to them, he would leave the Dark Brotherhood alone. Forever. Oh, by Sithis, I was such a fool. All of this, it's all my fault. You are the best of us, and I nearly killed you, as I've killed everyone else.
You sent me to die? Traitor!
Yes. I set you up. I wanted you dead. I betrayed you, the Night Mother, and everything I hold dear. And now, Marrow has betrayed me. I just wanted things to stay the way they were. Before Cicero, before the Night Mother, before you. I thought I could save us. I was wrong. But you're alive. So there's still a chance. A chance to start over. Rebuild. That's why I did this. Don't you see? I prayed to the Night Mother. I am the Black Sacrament.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you were right. The Night Mother was right. The old ways. They guided the Dark Brotherhood for centuries. I was a fool to oppose them. And to prove my sincerity, I have prayed for a contract. You lead this family now. I give you the Blade of Woe, so that you can see it through. You must kill me.
Retrieve the Blade of Woe. Whoa. Ugh.
Do it, listener. Kill me. Please, listener. Release my soul. And let Sithis be the judge.
I have to use the dagger. Well, I'm still technically a mage. This is kind of why do I have an arrow in my inventory? Why do I have 6 arrows in my inventory? Here, I'm gonna rain arrows on you. Apparently I failed.
You have no choice. You must complete your contract. You must kill me.
Oh! Oh, I just need to kill you. I don't need to use it. Okay, well, despite the amount of fire you've already endured, you're about to endure some more. So, enjoy. Bye.
Thank you.
Astrid. By the sands, I still can't wrap my head around it.
Yep,
If I hadn't heard it with my own ears, I wouldn't have believed it. How could Astrid have done this to us?
Astrid.
Strangely, I feel only pity for her.
Still can't wrap my head around it.
Alright. We need a bed. Ah, screw it. We'll just... Oh.
Astrid is dead. It is as it should be.
That's what she
May
said.
she find redemption in the void.
Hey, Skip. How's it going?
But while you live, the Dark Brotherhood lives. We must fulfill our contract. Emperor Titus Mede II must be eliminated. Speak with Armand Mortier at the Bannered Mare in Whiterun. He will know the true Emperor's location. But first, inform Nazir of your plans, for you are the listener and must bind this family together.
Awesome. Hail Sithis! Alright, last quest.
By Sithis, what a mess. I guess this is the end.
Not exactly. The Night Mother has spoken to me again.
What? Well, what did she say?
I must speak with Amand Montier, whatever, once more.
Amand Motier?
That,
But
yeah.
that would mean...
The contract is still on. The true Emperor must be assassinated.
You mean there's still a chance? But how? Our plan has gone to ruin. Everyone is dead. The family...
Our family lives on, Nazir. You have to trust me.
All right then. Go. Go, my listener. Find out what that slimy bastard Motier has to say. Then send the Emperor to Sithis. Ah, but when you're done, there's no use returning here, is there? I was thinking, the Dawnstar Sanctuary. We could make a proper home there. Listen, when you're finished with this Emperor business, meet Babette and me there. I'll find some way to move the Night Mother. Don't worry. Now go. And come back with a barrel full of gold, huh? Babette, my girl, pack your things. We're moving.
Pack your things. But first... Oh god, I have so much crap. Oh, I have 6. Cool.
You just worry about fulfilling the contract. I'll take care of things on this end.
No, first I'm gonna go get a bed. Because I'm down to a 3rd Magicka, and that's no good. No one wants that. You're gonna run stream over if you don't beat this? Oh yeah, I'm beating this tonight.
That's what she said!
Between you and Petito.
Welcome to Dit. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Alright, let's see your food.
Take a look.
You have none.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
What time is it? 3:37 p.m.? Dear Lord. Okay. We'll do that.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Oh, that's the one good thing about being a werewolf. I didn't have to feed myself for a while there. You know what, that'll work. Okay. In case I get the glitch again. I like that it's take on a new usefulness in the survival mode. Yeah, they have a lot more, well, usefulness. Reliable source of food. You can only level up when you sleep, same as Oblivion. So having a place to sleep is also nice. I am satisfied. Now I'm well fed. With chicken breasts. Okay, so I have to go to Whiterun, right?
We just received word that somebody tried to kill the Emperor. Turned out to be...
Sorry, I had to mute myself there. I had a wonderful sneeze, and I didn't think anybody wanted to hear that. Alright. Oh, it's cold. Actually, we got fireballs at half magic again. Yeah. Let's try to rely on that as much as we can. Thank you. I'm gonna have to play Oblivion soon. Weren't you one of the people that didn't like it for its graphics, though? I know Skyrim told us that she played it for like 10 minutes and noped on out. I know you've commented on its ugliness, but I don't remember if it prevented you from playing it or not. Okay, if you know how good it is, then you obviously stuck with it for some length of time. Ah! Got some good distance off that one. Okay. You wanna play? Fine. Silly bears. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Let us carry on. Oh, I should probably heal. Oh, sorry, Skip. I missed the world and want some variance in the RPG mechanics. Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, there really are no RPG mechanics in this game. Only to the extent of what you decide to make it for yourself, whatever constraints you put on it. That's a powerful mage. Oh, you flatter me, kind sir.
I yield.
Just let him duke it out. Are you just kind of enjoying the nostalgia, or are you actually seriously considering adding Oblivion into your not too far distant future list? That'd be kind of cool to see. Oh, okay, fair enough. Who knows when I could get to it? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those games. Like it's a girthy boy. Oh, hello. Hey! I evaporated them both. Bye.
That's what she said.
Oh, I need clarification on that one, Matino. I'll take those, sure. was talking about Girth. Yeah, the Girth of Oblivion. If you guys try to tell me that you've named your certain sections of your body Oblivion, I'm just gonna facepalm right now.
Whoosh!
I don't care if you submit. Uh-oh, I ran out of magicka. Alright, that's fine. Oh my god, come on! You want some? I don't care, you're too far away. I'm the worst opponent ever. I can't even be bothered. There we go. No, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. You said it's a good... Oh, okay. Sometimes I just say things and then I, like, forget almost immediately after I say them, okay? Don't judge me. You do the same thing as well? Okay, good. Oh. Somebody's apparently throwing ice at me.
Whoosh!
Alright, let's go. No! No! No mercy for you! Oh, I lost my sword. Alright, that's fine. Now you get to enjoy this. Ugh. You call that an ice spell? This is an ice spell. Okay, I'm pretty sure that, ooh, I'll take that. I'm pretty sure my Dremora Lord took care of it, but, still got to hit it with ice first. Okay, so now we get to go to Whiterun, talk to the dude. I'm guessing we head to Solitude, which hopefully won't trigger people.
What?
I mean, we're not going to Solitude proper. We'll be going to the boat that's docked at Solitude, so hopefully there aren't too many guards floating around. If there are, we'll pay the silly fine. Whatever. I'm just shy of 50,000. I've got 20 more coming my way, so... Yeah, I figured... I knew what you meant. No worries. It's 2021. You're gonna trigger people even on accidents. Eh. What? Next! Oh, I have stamina. Oh, that's right, I'm not a werewolf. I can actually cast my magic and restore my stamina now. Out of the way. What? Next! So, here's a question for you, Skip. Do you genuinely... Oh, hi, friend. Do you genuinely believe we're gonna see some Starfield this year? Restore stamina? Yeah, you subscribe to that? There's definitely rumors going around that we should be seeing something. I think the pandemic will affect things. I mean, I'm sure that Bethesda would love to be able to get their game out so that they can make all the money with their broken game, but look at Cyberpunk. I mean, it had a lot of issues, don't get me wrong, but I'm sure the pandemic added to that.
They're saying the Dark Brotherhood has been destroyed. Wiped off the face of the earth.
What? If you're reading this and I am most likely dead, a group of bandits ransacked my home and took almost everything. Oh, it's the pendant thing. Okay. There actually is one thing I intend to do before we end stream tonight.
I need to ask you to stop.
Won't happen again.
Good. Glad we straightened that out.
Of all the reasons to be stopped, that's one of the lightest reasons, so I'm okay with that. I would bet money on gameplay being shown this year, and honestly, I think it will release this year. If they show it, they'll release it, yeah. And that's the main reason why I'm on the fence about it. I don't know if it'll be ready. I'd like to think that they're not that dumb after Fallout 76, but this is Bethesda, so I don't know.
I ain't done nothing.
I'd also like to think that they would want to release it as complete as possible, because, like I said once before, this is Todd's baby. This is a thing that he's had in his brain hole for...
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything.
Quite some time, apparently.
I think I got the clean mug around here somewhere.
I would like to think he would want people to play it at its best. There you are.
What is it? I said I didn't wish to be disturbed.
We have unfinished business, Monsieur.
By the gods. You're alive. But I'd heard your sanctuary. Please. You mustn't think I had anything to do with that. I wanted the Emperor dead. The true Emperor. I still do. It was Morrow. He...
The Emperor. The real Emperor. Where is he?
You mean after all that's transpired, the Dark Brotherhood will still honor the contract? Why, this is astounding news! Wonderful news! The Emperor is still in Skyrim, but not for long. He's on board his ship, the Kataraya, moored offshore in the Solitude Inlet. But you must hurry. If you can get on board that ship, kill Titus Mead II as contracted. I will reveal the location of the dead drop that holds your payment.
Commander Morrow, where is he?
Ah, yes. I can imagine you'd want to settle that score. Last I heard, he was at the Solitude docks conducting the Emperor's departure.
Oh. Well, there you go. We'll figure that out.
Please, make haste.
Yeah.
The Emperor's ship won't stay moored forever. We won't get a chance
Food!
to
Is it worth? Let's sate that appetite, hmm?
Take your pies. Take your beef. I will take your roast. I will not take your meat.
Need anything else? Just let me know.
10 a.m. Yeah, we're fine. For the moment. Oh, sorry. And I hope for your sake it's on PS5. Honestly, I'm not excited for Starfield. I know that probably sounds pessimistic. Fallout 76 really did leave a sour taste in my mouth, to the point where I am hesitant of anything they put out now. And we don't even know anything about Starfield. How can you get excited about something you know nothing about? At least if they were to announce, like, Elder Scrolls 6, I actually am more excited about than Starfield, because I know what the Elder Scrolls games are about. I at least have an idea of what to expect. And the teaser gave us a taste of where it's likely going to be located. As far as I can tell, it looks like Starfield is going to be like Prey. It's going to take place on a... some kind of a colony or something. But I don't know. Like, it wasn't clear at all. I'm... Can you tell me that you're legitimately excited for something you literally know nothing about? You know it takes place in space, and it's made by Bethesda. That is it. How are you gonna pass up venison? I don't want to cook it. I already posed it to Gourmet. I've had my fill of chef duties for one lifetime.
Need a ride?
Yes, please.
Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go to Solitude and see how long it takes me to get attacked.
And we'll be off.
Alright. Let's go.
Solitude's a big port town, you know. Full of sailors and their tales of faraway lands.
Thanks, driver. I think Starfield will be like Outer Worlds, Mass Effect, and Elder Scrolls had a baby. That's not necessarily a good combination. It could be, but I mean, we'll see for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep. Actually, let's see if we get attacked on sight. I wonder if they clean up the collection of Imperial bodies behind me. There's no guards here, so that kind of implies not. Don't you want to be blown away and wrong? Yes! Absolutely. I want to be blown away and wrong every single time anything comes out that I feel like I'm either excited about or should be excited about. I mean, I don't know. Maybe my excitement will grow once if we do see it this year at like whatever E3 event is going to exist or Xbox presentation, whatever they're going to do.
Fletching.
If they show it off and they don't do what they did with Fallout 76 and, you know, lie, then
it's difficult and sometimes tedious.
Hopefully, yeah, I'll be excited.
Strikes forth.
Why am I not being attacked yet?
Seems
welcome
there's
to
always more
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. Let's sate that appetite, hmm? Remember the winking ski?
Sorry, I know I sound really pessimistic. And I don't want to be. I really don't. But I've been fighting Bethesda bugs for so long. Sorry, features. It's exhausting after a while. I would love to play a game that's by them that works as intended. And you didn't need to look up a wiki and have like a list of 8 different possible workarounds and solutions to try to progress in a quest. I kind of went from Fallout 76 to Skyrim there, I know that, but still, my point stands. So if the game is Amazeballs, I hope for your sake it's on PS5. Bethesda is still having a separate event from Xbox because it was already planned. Yeah? Okay. Bethesda and Xbox weren't legally allowed to make any sort of plans together before the sale and absolutely final. Oh, before the sale was absolutely final. So it's only been like a month. True. Excuse me. That's true. Technically speaking, I'm pretty sure Bethesda would still probably have their own thing anyways. If they had enough to warrant it.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Hello, I'm Gisley. But
Hi, Gisley. I guess all those guards haven't been replaced yet. I mean, highly likely Starfield and Wolfenstein 3 at the very least. For this year, yeah. Deathloop, and Ghostwire Tokyo as well. Ghostwire Tokyo is mostly intriguing because it's presenting a mystery. That's its most intriguing thing. I don't remember anything about Deathloop. Other than its name. Yep, the driver is still horribly dead. Sorry, friend, you kind of got in the way. Actually, let's hard save. Dimension Skeever. I already did that, didn't I? Well, whatever, we're doing it again. Just for you 3, I mean. Oh, okay. Deathloop is definitely releasing this year, and I think Ghostwire Tokyo as well. Looking forward to Ghostwire Tokyo. I don't know about that one. I got the I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, if it's ready to come out this year, and it's actually, like, finished and polished, and hopefully they don't try to tack on needless microtransactions, yeah, it's got the makings of a good game, for sure. It just doesn't feel like it's been in development for that long. Oh, hi, friend. Guess what? We're gonna murder you.
By the order of the Jarl.
You.
Stop right there.
You can't. You're dead. You.
Fight.
Get out of the way!
Whoosh!
Alright, we need some help. Oh, I'm doing so little damage. Oh my god. Don't hit the Dremora! Okay, good. I have the perk that banishes any summoned creature with summoned weapons. Oh, alright. Wait, where am I going? Wait, what? Oh, there it is. It didn't load in yet. That's why I couldn't see it. Oh, God. Alright, let me catch up. And I want Deathloop also. It looks super cool. I remember... I know I saw a trailer for it. I don't remember anything about it. Oh, wow. Yellowclaw, hello! Long time no see. I'm doing okay, how are you? You just caught our last Skyrim stream. Once we're wrapped up the Dark Brother here, we're basically done. But how have you been? How do I get up there? It's not docked, like it's literally in the water. Do I have to go under? Should I have... Hold on, let's not be too silly here. Oh. Alright, well that makes it easier. Thanks, quest marker. Climb. Open. I'm guessing that means I climbed it. Let's see where I end up here. I don't know why it said open the Kataraya.
And that's the last one. Alright, enough of this.
Oh my god, there's so many. There is legit so many. Okay. I don't know what I want to do here. Cannot cast a spell by casting another. This is not covered by my perk and alteration. Alright. Awesome. Holy crap, Milk Dud. We're getting a whole bunch of people from the past coming in tonight. How are you doing tonight? No, you opened the chain. Duh. Obviously.
Last here.
Alright. You know what? I don't know why I bothered.
We're up. Here.
Right here, friend. Let's go. Actually, let's get the sword out. Oh. Alright, that works.
Time to end this little game.
That's more what I was expecting. power room. God, don't sneak up on me like that.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance. Kill it while you still can. Listen.
Oh, no, you don't. Yeah. I was going to attack, and then I realized I don't want to be out on the deck, do I? Alright, let's see. No, I don't want to be out on the deck. The challenger is here. Yeah, back here we go. Pretty good, man. What about you? I'm doing alright. I am very, very happy that we have a long weekend coming up. My Dremora Lord showing me how it's done. Oh, we're going up. Are we going up? Yeah, okay. Good night, everyone. Sleep well. Slothy, have a good night. Thank you again for the resub. I greatly appreciate you. No! You're not supposed to die prematurely? Oh god, my sword died too. Ow! Oh, you're a named NPC. Okay. Alright. You wanna go? Let's go. You.
Well, well. Looks like one of the dark.
He was trying to hard to trash talk when you're dying horribly. Oh god, this game sometimes. Alright. Oh. Did you have the key? I bet it's you, isn't it? Because you're named. Bethesda! Make it a little more challenging. Jeez. Alright, let's have a conversation with the Emperor, shall we?
And once more I prove Commander Morrow the fool. I told him, you can't stop the Dark Brotherhood. Never could. Come now, don't be shy. You haven't come this far just to stand there gawking.
You were expecting me?
But of course, you and I have a date with destiny, but so it is with assassins and emperors, Yes, I must die, and you must deliver the blow. It is simply the way it is. But I wonder, would you suffer an old man a few more words before the deed is done?
I'm listening.
Well, I thank you for your courtesy. You will kill me, and I've accepted that fate, but regardless of your path through life, I sense in you a certain ambition. So, I ask of you a favor. An old man's dying wish. While there are many who would see me dead, there is one who set the machine in motion. This person, whomever he or she may be, must be punished for their treachery. Once you've been rewarded for my assassination, I want you to kill the very person who ordered it. Would you do me this kindness?
I'll consider it.
Thank you. Now, on to the business at hand, I suppose, I
like the contrast here to Oblivion's Emperor. Like, he pretty much accepted his fate as well, only it's at the beginning of the game and you're trying in vain to save him. The tables have kind of turned here, where you're the one that's actually doing the murdering this time. I can appreciate that. Is that all you have to say? Alright. What method of death should we bestow upon the Emperor? Sword, fire, ice, claws? We could go one-handed, or... well, let's just say claws. Alright, I gotta take a sip of water. If anyone's still in chat, let me know what you're thinking. One sec. Okay, no, must just be me again. Alright, well, we're gonna use sword then.
Well, I won't fight you, so we may as well get this over with.
I was about to! Alright, let's see if we get a kill cam here. Yep, that's Bethesda right there. I killed the nothingness. Alright, let's get off this silly boat. Now the real question is, do I kill the person who set this in motion? Usually I do, but I've never actually done it where I haven't. Technically, he didn't perform the Black Sacrament. He didn't pay us. If we're purely in this for the business aspect of it, we really shouldn't care. I don't remember how to get out of here. I mean, there's the mod. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Features. God. You missed.
Come here.
Alright, bye. Oh. Right. I was gonna go over to Solitude to take the carriage, but it's currently lacking a driver. I kind of murdered him. And I don't think the boat would help us. Let's see if we can even board the boat. If we can, let's see where he goes. I like it when buckets just randomly spawn. No rhyme, no reason, just poof, there it is.
Looking to hire a boat?
I might be.
Where are you headed?
I'll take that action.
Come
Windhelm,
on in the boat and get comfortable.
get in the boat. I'm in the wrong boat. Alright.
I can take you to any port on the coast.
There we go. Alright, so from Windhelm we can get to the carriage driver there, and then we can use that to get to Whiterun, so that'll work. Innocent taxi driver murdered. Because Dawnstar doesn't have a carriage. It actually puts me further away from Whiterun. There we go.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave?
No. No, I am not. I guess she wasn't there when I, like, slapped the guy that last bullied her, so... Thought you were going back to base? Oh, no, no. I'm heading back to Whiterun to talk to Motier. I'm pretty sure I have to head back to base after that to let Nazir know that, the Emperor is dead and the contract has been fulfilled.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook.
Oh, we're here, okay. What do we have for time? Oh, it's a bit late, so 5 more minutes. Well, that won't be too long, actually. Or too long past. We've got like the finishing touches of the Dark Brotherhood. Basically, we go get our payment, and then we go and find out that we can upgrade things in Dawnstar Sanctuary. And then I wanted to head back to Fort Dawnguard before calling it a night. There we go. Oh. Hello again.
Need a ride?
Yes, please.
Where do you want to go?
Let me make sure I've actually got the right spot. Whiterun, yeah, okay.
I can take... Where do you want to go?
I couldn't see him moving, but...
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
I've already made a silly mistake once with something like that.
A little snow never stopped me. Don't worry.
The air is treacherously cold, yes. Those adjectives are important, okay? Let you know how quickly you're gonna turn into a popsicle. Or a Klondike bar, whatever cold delight you want to be. There we go. Yeah, you're inside. Had to do it, didn't you? You had to do it. I'm literally at the end, and you just couldn't help yourself, could you, Bethesda? You just couldn't do it. Yeah, it froze. I don't remember when I last quick saved. I literally haven't had a problem the entire Dark Brotherhood quest line. I'm literally at the end. Come on. Skip, this is your fault. Why, Bethesda? I think we're up to 9 now. I'm wrapping this up. I'm doing what I said I was going to do before I call it a night. I'm not letting some silly freezing get the better of me. No. If I can successfully get through the Thieves Guild, I can finish off this quest line. Once it's done loading, of course. That usually helps. Okay, well, I'm gonna just announce this now, which I guess just pertains to you, Skip, since you're really the only one here right now. I am gonna start the tally channel on Discord, so tonight will be the first time that's in effect, and that'll be a monthly thing again from here on out, for some extra cookies. Oh my god! This is when I last quick saved. Well, I got no one to blame on myself for that one. Give me your venison chop. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I will not be streaming tomorrow night. I know I was on the fence about it before, but I've made the executive decision to just enjoy the day off, so. Why is Pepe sad?
Once more, I prove Commander Morrow the fool. I told him.
Oh, because I'm so far back?
The
Yeah.
Dark Brotherhood never could. Come now, don't be shy. You haven't come this far just to stand there gawking. But of course, yeah.
We've heard all this.
Well, I think so. Once you've been rewarded, thank you. Now, on to the business at hand, I suppose.
There. Alright, let's see if we can get a kill cam that doesn't suck this time.
Well, I won't fight you, so we may as well get this over with.
Well, then turn around again. There you go. Alright, here we go. Nope! The exact same kill cam. As soon as a finger is laid on him, he just falls over. I think that's the problem. There's a side exit. I didn't have to backtrack through the meat of the ship. I could have just gone through the side exit, couldn't I? You got tomorrow off work too? Yeah. Oh, that would have made life so much easier last time. Oh, well, whatever. But yes, I do have tomorrow off. Oh, we're on this side. Okay, so we want to go this way. Save! I'm gonna be quick saving like an idiot now. Thanks, Skip. That's very helpful. It's a command for a reason, but you didn't use it until after the fact. I forgot we had that, to be honest. There's randomly appearing bucket. I'm getting a strange sense of deja vu.
Looking to hire a
Put your
boat?
sword away. Yes,
I can
please.
take. Where are you headed?
I'm going to Windhelm.
Climb on in the boat and get comfortable.
Sure. Sit down. There we go. Oh, you forgot to. And don't tally your saves. Well, I guess after tonight it won't matter, right? And honestly, neither do I. I legitimately thought I had saved sooner than that, at least. Oh, that's not what you want. Okay, we're already ice cold. Go, get out, get out, get out. Get out before you die. Alright, we need to talk to him at fast. Oh, silly cat needing food all the time. Alright, should be fine. Well, that sucks. Save.
Need a ride?
Yes, please.
Where do you want to go?
I would like to go to Whiterun.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Giddy up, there. I can take you to any of the whole.
I don't know why that happens randomly. At least it doesn't affect travel. Save. There we go, we're all thawed out. And we're a hungry boy again. Yay! I like it when we can get further than it was when we froze. I guess they patched the shit on Outer Worlds so I can finish the DLC now. Oh, right, you weren't able to beat that. I thought you beat it, but it was just really quick, or short, or whatever. What was the issue that you were having again? I tried like another 6 times after stream the one day, every time the game saves. Oh, it was just crashes that you were dealing with, okay. Well, not just crashes, but you know what I mean.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
It's weird because, as far as I can tell, I don't think anybody was expecting another DLC, which means, unless they were contractually obligated to meet a certain deadline, there was no real time crunch. Because they hadn't announced anything. So why did it come out as buggy as it did? And why did it stay that buggy for so long? It's weird. I was expecting DLC, they said there were 2. Well, like, just the timing of it. Like, we knew it was coming, but we didn't know it was coming, like, now kind of thing. You know what I mean?
You know if you want anything. I think I got the clean
If you're
mug around
looking
here
for a
somewhere.
challenge, you come to the right place.
Alright.
Aha! You're back.
I am. Titus Mead II lies dead.
I know, I know! I received the news not moments ago. Ha ha! This is glorious! My friends, you may not realize it, but you have served the Empire, indeed all of Tamriel, in ways you cannot possibly imagine. Ah, but you care little for politics, am I right? You want money, and money you shall have. Your payment waits for you at a dead drop. It is inside an urn, in the very chamber where we first met, in Vollenrud.
Yeah, I'm not going back.
Now please, go. Collect your money, and let us never look upon one another again. Our business, thank the gods, is concluded.
Are you being disrespectful to me?
Your payment awaits. And don't worry, I'm not stupid enough to betray you.
Oh yeah, there is that. I don't think they murdered their clients,
Your
though.
payment awaits. And don't worry, I'm
Do
not
it.
stupid enough to betray you.
I always do it, though. Alright, well, you get hot fire.
What is this madness? Rexus!
How are you not dead?
Help me! But we had a deal.
No sign of her.
Oh, it wasn't even your
Wanna hear a little
protector.
Lord wisdom? You don't really know a woman until you had a.
Why are you telling me about how strong of a Nord you are when you killed me? I won't rip you for that. I don't know why my unarmed damage did more than my frickin' spell did.
If it's working, drink for the
I didn't want that.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
My spell effectiveness might be affected by my exhaustion, so let's do this.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
That'll work. Alright. Oh, we just have enough. What's my magic at? 520, dang.
Aha!
Yeah, we've gone through this.
My friend, you may... but you... Your payment... Now please, go. Collect your money. But we had a deal.
Diamond, emerald... Oh, you had nothing but gems. Run!
Time to end this little game.
He did have goodies. Shiny goodies. Of the shiny variety. Oh, okay. That arrow did a lot more damage than it should have. Oh, hi.
I'll kill you.
I just realized I don't... Oh, I have to complete the quest by getting the goodies, don't I? I have to go to Vollenrud.
By the order of the Jarl. Stop right there.
Oh. I still had my Thane option to use. Yeah. Alright. I guess let's go complete the quest. I think so. Yeah, no, that's what it looks like. was gonna say, I don't actually know which urn to check, but it's gonna put a big giant arrow over top of it, so I shouldn't be too worried. So tiresome. Wait, what? Oh, one of the attackers must have been a guard. Oh, of course. That is not what I wanted. Alright, that worked. So how are you feeling about ES6, Skip? Oh, you're still alive. Awesome. Yeah, 20,000. And now we have to go to Nasir. No, I mean like about the condition, not the condition, the game itself. Do you have any fears about how it'll... how it'll play? Anything like that? Oh god, let's quick save again before it breaks itself. I am looking for a road. Oh. Okay. This is actually more of a direct path than I thought. No? I have to admit, the little bit that I have seen of it, like when they were showing off how they were scanning in the Skyrim grandma and obviously the teaser trailer, it looks pretty. It looks good, I'll give it that much at least. Okay, so that's the fort, so we're not too far away, that's good. I think. Fort dead? Yeah, okay, this is the right fort. So now we just need to find the road. Here we go, follow it up. Then we're good. I hope we don't actually have to go to the Thieves Guild and talk to Delvin to help with completing the quest. That's gonna feel redundant. Skyrim is still fun enough to play after 10 years, unless they like do a ridiculous amount of simplifying it to the point where you don't like level up and have skills and stuff. I think it'll be great. I don't know if they can simplify it any further. Like, they've kind of reached a point of equilibrium now between Skyrim and Fallout 4. If you kind of think about it, the leveling system is essentially the same. It's mildly tailored to whatever the game is that you're playing, but otherwise it's pretty much the same. Get out of my face. And I think they're going to be happy with that. So I don't think it's going to get any more complex. That makes me sad. A few weeks back I played the original Fallout, and I actually love how much customization you have over your character. I can see why people might get overwhelmed with it, but it's cool to have choice. It's still after me, isn't it? Oh, very much. Oh, it's glitching balls here. Alright. Ran away. Cool. But yeah, I don't think the leveling system's gonna get much more simple. Oh. Like, Fallout 4 simplified the RPG elements a bit, but as long as it isn't less than Fallout 4's RPG elements, I'll be good. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Pixel. Skyrim VR on mobile. That's probably a thing. Skyrim VR on TI-83 calculator. Yeah, that's probably a thing, too. How are you doing tonight, Pixel? You have literally arrived for the very end of... Oh. Oh, I think I ate that one's heart. Whoosh! There, go have some fun. You have arrived for the end of the Dark Brotherhood quest line. Like, I'm literally going to the new sanctuary to go talk to Nazir and tell him, like, everything's hunky-dory now. But how are you? How was your week of early day ugliness? Yeah, it's a new sanctuary. Blech. I knew what you meant, don't worry. Oh, your week has been blech, okay. Yeah, that's fair. What's it like waking up for 6 o'clock shifts? I ask, knowing you're going to answer with a blag in there somewhere. And it is a Good Friday. Oh, because she has it off, yeah. Oh! That's right, there's a boat taxi here as well. So I can just take it to Windhelm and go to Riften. Awesome. Okay, that's not so bad. Oh god. Skip, just a heads up, you're gonna see Cicero again. It wasn't terrible, but I was late my second day. Oops. 6 doesn't exist, we went over this. She lied about working at a fictional time. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Pixel, why do you keep lying to us?
I'll admit, I'm having trouble coming to terms with all of this. I'll just follow Nazir's lead.
Okay.
Well, what word of the Emperor?
Titus Meade II is dead, by my hand.
Truly? Could you have brought us more wondrous news? Recent events notwithstanding, this is a happy day for us, my friend. Despite your misfortunes, you stayed true to the Dark Brotherhood. You've saved us all, and for this, you have my eternal thanks. Now, of course, I must ask, killing the Emperor, how much did Motier pay for such a thing?
This is part of the contract. You're supposed to negotiate a price. They understood this in Oblivion. Why do we just commit the murder and then ask for a price after? We don't even ask for a price. We're just given a sum and we're supposed to accept it. 20,000.
Ha! Remarkable. Well, the old bastard certainly made it worth your while, didn't he? Now, might I offer some advice? You should go to Riften and find Delvin Mallory. I believe Astrid had you visit him once before.
Yes.
Mallory is an expert obtainer of goods. We can use the money to repair and refit the sanctuary. Make a true home for us, huh? You do that, and I'll see what I can do about recruiting some new additions to our family.
Hail, Sithis! Where you hang your enemy's head. Employ Delvin Mallory's services. That's just...
It is
oh, God!
Emperor Titus Mede II lies dead, and the Dark Brotherhood yet lives. But our work is just beginning. Approach me, listener, and hear my words.
Why do I have to approach you? You're talking to me now. Just tell me what you want. Why is she so cryptic, guys? Okay, so that's just to get the silly Radiant quest, so I don't care about that. That is basically to Hearthfire the Sanctuary here, so I don't necessarily care about that. We are going to go to Riften, though, because I want to go to Fort... Oh, you're right there. Alright, let's see what the quest is.
Yet another child has prayed to their mother.
Skip! Thank you for the bits. You did it! Alright. It's been a fairly quiet night, so let's say we liven up the party a little bit, shall we? Thank you, Skip. I'm also allowed to thank you for giving me 1 bit, too.
Speak with a nervous patron at Candlehearth Hall in Windhelm. Accept his gold, then kill the target. So begins a contract bound in blood.
Speak with the contact. No, I'm good.
Listener!
Cicero! What in the name of Sithis? Cicero, it's good to see you again, old friend.
Oh yes, it is Cicero. You are a fool to spare me. What, did you think I would be grateful? Cicero should be listener, not you. Now you will die. Ah! Gotcha! Oh, listener, you should see the look on your face.
Quite the funny.
Oh, Cicero has returned, not to kill the kind listener, but to serve until one of us dies horribly in service to our mother. Best friends forever. In the meantime, I'll make myself at home in the sanctuary. I'm sure Mother needs tending.
I like how he says that we're both going to serve the Night Mother until one of us dies horribly. Not just dies, but dies horribly. Why are you being nice? Why wouldn't I be nice to him, Skip? Hey, Panda, you're hungry. You know what will fix that? Bread. Bread does not fix hunger in this game. You need to eat like literally 6 loaves of bread to put a dent in your hunger bar. But you know what will fix it? A venison chop. Mmm. Satisfying. Oh, I didn't want to go up here. I want to talk to this guy.
I can take you to any port on the coast.
I know. That's why I'm talking to you.
Where are you headed?
I would like to go to Windhelm again, please.
Climb on in the boat and get comfortable.
Actually, I guess you weren't the one I talked to before. So you wouldn't have known that. Oh god, I should be quick saving like a madman. Is he a companion now? He can be. I chose not to take him with me because I know you have massive disdain for him. Scroll up, by the way. So you know why I lie about 6 a.m.? Oh, okay. Why are you being nice to him? Hey, Pit, no. Further back, he must mean then. There we go. It's funny because my trainer was late the first day, and before I went to sleep, I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I overslept? Well, you got your wish. Fuck, why didn't you kill him, goddamn? Sorry, Skip. And I did! Because I get bread when I lie. Nazir? More like Yumzir. Oh, that's so bad. Shut up, kid. Just because you're 900 years old doesn't mean you're too old to catch these hands. Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about the Night Mother. Okay. There we go. Alright, we're caught up now. Oh, you guys are funny. Okay, let's try not to freeze to death, shall we? So we are done the Dark Brotherhood, by the way. I'm still going because there's one thing I want to check. And Flame Cloak is going to last a lot longer than I wanted it to, so... nuts. Let's see if we can still talk to this guy without setting him on fire. Right there.
Need a ride?
Yes, please.
Where do you want to go?
I would like to go to Riften.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. The sun feels good, huh?
You know what also feels good? My aura of fire! So yes, I get bread. Bread is nice. Bread is nice, admittedly. I'm gonna mod this game to have a Canadian race that's impervious to the cold. The Nords are supposed to be... not necessarily Canadians, obviously, but they're supposed to be cold resilient. There probably is a mod like that too, by the way, Skip. Maybe not necessarily Canadians, but something that allows them to behave like...
I know.
Oh, God. I forgot. I've got a bounty here as well. It's only like 40, though. I've got a bounty in 3 different holds. This is the one I've got like 40 gold. I've got 1,501. Well, let's see. Oh, apparently Whiterun is only 40. The Rift. The Reach. Oh, and Hafengar is 2,500. It was 1,500 for the Emperor. I must have killed the guard too, and it must have given me 1,000 for that. So I actually got 4 bounties and 4 holds. My mistake.
Oh, it's you. Come to extort more from me?
I run the meat.
I will slap you.
Come by and see me if you want some of the freshest food.
You're a criminal. Well, yeah, we're part of the Dark Brotherhood. You're Canadian, you can't do that. Be a criminal? Yeah, but everyone wanted to see it.
Some nerve coming back here after what you did to
So here we are.
Sure thing. It's yours for it. Take a look.
I have food you got for me. Alright, respectable.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
New around Riften? Take my advice. Stay at the Bee and Bar. The bunkhouse isn't full.
Why is she asking me if I'm new when she knows whatever. So are you officially done waking up at your fictional time, Pixel? Oh, we got a double sigh going on there. That was weird.
Raiding party!
Hey, Noodle! Stardew! How you doing? How's everyone doing this evening? There we go, now we're well fed. Thank you, Skip. Last playing Smash Bros. How did that go? Also, I have one more week. Oh, that sucks. You're a criminal, that means you commit crimes, and committing crimes is mean, and Canadians... Oh, no, that's not what you wrote. Canadians aren't mean. Usual, getting wrecked. It's okay. I know that you still did Cloud Justice, so... That still makes me a happy panda. And you will always do better than me. So I will never judge you. Starting. Megalo Slayer, hello! How are you doing tonight? Sorry, I missed what you said here, Skip. Where are you at? They should make a kick-ass game like Spider-Man, but make it Captain Planet. I think there is a Captain Planet game out there, Skip. I don't think it's going to be comparable to Spider-Man, but it exists. It bothers me that Canada is not called Canadia. Why would you want it called Canadia? With our powers combined... I knew what you meant, Noodle. Like better. I came from Noodle's stream. Yeah, I figured. How are you doing tonight? We're just finishing up some Skyrim here. Make the Captain Planet game better. Oh, I don't think you're gonna see that, Pixel. I'm sorry. Say make it. Oh, you want a new game? Oh, okay. Indeed, he did. Bowser clapping cheeks. Yeah, I've watched Pirate play. He's pretty good with
It's you again. What in blazes?
With Bowser, that's for sure. I don't know. I have a hard time with
Place to stay?
the heavier hitting characters in fighting games. In the versus games, like Marvel vs. Capcom, I got pretty decent at playing characters like Hulk. I love using the Juggernaut, but yeah, most other games I prefer using characters that have a bit more agility to them. Pirate spams. I said what I said. Nah, it's good though. Nah, he's pretty good, yeah. I'm also from the... I know you are, Stark too. I just realized something. There was a raid. You guys know what that means. We gotta get a raid rave going. So here you are. Get ready to party. Thank you again for the raid, Noodle. Uh-oh, I think Megalo is breaking down. MegaloSlayer.exe has stopped working properly. Wait, what?
Aha.
Oh, you're a scavenger. I don't want flame cloak. Maybe I do! Spiders don't know what to do when you move sideways. Alright, you know what? We're done. Bye! Alright, let's go see if this actually works or not. Hello, I have stopped working. Quick, reboot him! I'll let him plant his seed in my soul, if that's what you mean, Pixel. What? What? Captain Planet can clap Skip's cheek. Okay. I need Canada pronounced Canadia. Oh, I'm sorry. So even your mispronunciation, I mispronounced it? Yeah, I'll be ending here real soon, so sure, we can raid that person. Like, I'm literally about to check the... Just go away. Flashy. Alright. Quick save, because this game likes to freeze. Skip, we almost went through the entire Dark Brotherhood questline without a freeze. The entire quest line was almost spared of a Bethesda feature. What else am I missing here? When you laugh, it brings me joy for no reason. Well, I'm glad it brings you joy. It is indeed continue. Oh, God, you guys stop it. You're gonna make me blush over here. Oh, God, you're doing the AE thing. Canada is the correct way to say it. Noodle is off tomorrow. Oh my God, Good Friday is glorious. I am so happy. Canada. Alright. Or is my inflection wrong? Is it Canada? Penis is the way to spell everything. So how do you spell USA? P-E-N-I-S? Is that what you're implying, Skip? Okay, penis it is. That is what you're implying. Okay, alright. Like the devout Christian I am. Oh, hello, troll. I forgot you're a thing. Does that mean you're going to be eating some fishy goodness for dinner? Get... I'm not going to set the elk on fire. I almost set the elk on fire, but I did not set the elk on fire. Meat! United States of penis? Oh my God. Big old cheeseburger. Oh my God. I think I was telling Skip this the other day. I don't know if you guys have this in the States anywhere, but the McDonald's where I'm at, like in my part of Ontario, has this new burger called the Western Barbecue Quarter Pounder, and it is so good. Like, I pretty much love anything that's smothered in barbecue sauce anyways, but this is so good. I prepared 10 different fishies for Easter. Nice! Well, Stardew's prepared at least. We don't have it. Oh, are you serious? What's on it? Bacon strips, cheddar cheese. It doesn't look like Kraft slices either. It actually looks like authentic looking cheese. Barbecue sauce. The deep fried onion, not the rings themselves, but like crumble. I don't know how to describe it. They got some of that going on there too. Pickles. And I want to say onion, like regular diced onion, but I'm not 100% on that. I was going to make some salmon tomorrow, ironically. Oh, really? With some rice? That sounds good. You heard him, Skip. Panda will love you more if you smother yourself in barbecues. That's fact. Anything, I said. I'm not retracting that statement. Alright, let's see if you're up here.
Be on your guard at all times. Avoid sleep if you can. Sleep is for the weak.
You heard it, folks. Sleep is for the weak. Dang it, I don't remember where to go for this. Alright, we'll do a quick scan through down here. If I can't find it, I'll just ask for help.
Harkon's short-sightedness was his undoing. In his lust for power, he failed to consider the full consequences of his plans.
No, he was just confident he was going to win. Well, there's the pen.
Divine smile.
Yeah, okay. I don't know where I'm looking. Okay. Like the devout Christian you are. Alright, question for those who have done this. Has anybody here successfully convinced Serana to go and remove the vampirism from her body? And if you have, do you remember how to go and talk to her and after the fact? I'm not seeing anything here. And I know it wasn't a quest, so was that a thing? Apparently that was a thing. Is that a thing? Yeah. That's why I don't have Serana with me. She said, I'll see you back at home in a few days. I'm assuming the fort is what she meant by home. It's been longer than a few days in game. It's been probably about a week now. And I have no idea where she would be. Maybe she just magically appears in your face. Take a quick look around here just to make sure I didn't miss it. Like, it's pretty quick when you want to be cured of vampirism, so I don't understand why it would take so long for her. She's a dog. I just looked. I mean, I didn't do a fantastic job going through the entire fort, but she should have been in one of the major sections. Okay. Nope. Alright. Well, I mean, this is the last stream for Skyrim, so let's just see if I can find it. Where are you at, Marthal? There, no, that's Dawnstar. This game. I have to leave the canyon to fast travel. Because reasons. Oh god, I just realized I'm gonna have to delete the mage command after tonight. Because yes, we are done with Skyrim. We will be starting a new game on Sunday. Oh my god, you ready for this? What's that? I didn't even know you played this game until I heard you were a Skyrim pro. I'm not a Skyrim pro. I don't want to give off that impression at all. I just happen to know a few things and try to help Siren whenever she's stuck. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Maybe we actually have to go to Morthal and meet up with her as she's getting cured or something. One person found her sleeping at a small camp outside of the glade, and another found her mixing potions at the castle where you enter the soul cairn. Oh god. So she just randomly appears? The one fluke time I got it to work. I remember she found me, I just don't remember where. Oh, you're a child. I almost got excited there for a sec because I thought it was Serana. No, it's just a friggin' kid. I'm trying to remember where the ritual normally takes place. Here. I will burn your soul, mud crab. Okay, well this is definitely the place, but neither of them are here. So honestly, she could be anywhere. She's supposed to be at Dongar Castle or the Vampire Castle, depending on who you sided with. Yeah, that's what I thought. Where are you? Oh god, it's a chorus. Charis. Well, I broke its neck. I guess that'll work. Alright, I guess I just gotta relent. Did you get your Banjo Amiibo collectible thingy? Are you an Amiibo collector, Skip? Or did you just happen to like this one? I didn't even know you were a Banjo-Kazooie fan. There we go. Alright, that was the final quest line. It sucks that I couldn't find Serana, because I wanted to see her as the non-vampire, but it is what it is. Now waiting on them to announce and release the Sephiroth and Mithra one. They haven't yet? That's kind of surprising, actually. I get an amiibo of characters I like. Okay, fair enough. Oh my god, it's 1 o'clock. Does she still have all the same spells when she's not a vampire? I don't remember. I did it the one time. I think she has everything but Drain Life. Because Drain Life is supposed to be how vampires feed on other vampires, or not on other vampires, sorry, on their prey. If their prey isn't sleeping. And that's also how the virus the vampire virus, sanguine, vampirus, whatever it's called, gets passed on. Yes, it's 1 a.m. for you. It is! Right on the money. It's 1 o'clock. Right on. I'm guessing Skip and I are the only ones in Eastern? Oh, Noodle is too. Okay. Alright, so are we raiding? I'm just pulling up my other device here. I couldn't deal enough damage to kill her. Oh, siren cookies. Yes, thank you. Night, Pananda. Yeah, alright, let's do that real quick. So we're gonna have the C90 1000. Okay. So real quick, I am tallying who's stream boss at the end of every stream now, and there will be a new channel on Discord that will display how many stream boss ticks they've got for the month, and at the end of the month they're going to get 10,000 cookies, whoever has the most. So Siren's got the first one for April, basically. We're done with Skyrim now. It is finally done after over 2 months. So Sunday, we are going to change to a different game. It will be one of 2 different games that's on the Game Suggestions channel, depending on whether or not something works out. So, hey, Lucky Dove. Overcooked 2? No, it's not on the Game Suggestions list, sorry. Plus, I imagine that would be more of a Friday night game anyways, Pixel. Alright, guys. I'm turning in now. Thank you guys for hanging out. Noodle, thank you again for the raid. Skip, thank you for the bits. Slothy, if for some reason you're still awake, thank you again for the resub. Hopefully, I will see you guys on Sunday. If not, I hope you have a wonderful Easter weekend. Have a good night.